Is it Ryan or Riot?
It's right. I think it's Ryan.
Because I'm hearing like two different things there, bro.
No, I think it's Ryan. But it's funny that you say that because I feel like that is the most poignant thing that you can take out of listening to that project. If it's not obvious, we're talking about the heavily anticipated debut project of
The
Miss
princess of rap.
the so-called princess of rap, Miss Ice Spice.
Mister.
Miss I
Oh, Miss Ice Spice. Miss Ice's
Miss.
Niger Gaston.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, when we kind of sort of had the idea of like even like having this review, I was just thinking, she's like she's it right now. Like she's really
Yeah.
she's everywhere.
The it girl.
She's the it girl right now. So there was actually quite a lot of anticipation going into this project and this album, and basically just people asking the question, can she actually because she's had a few good songs. Good songs is very loose, but yeah, she's had a few songs here and there that have charted, and you know, yeah, people was just saying, is she gonna do it? Like this is her moment to shine. Is she gonna sink or swim? And
She dropped Y2K. What was the inspiration behind Y2K, bro? I never got the name.
so apparently she says that because she was born in Y2K, meaning she was born in 2000, and 2000 was the year where like there was like it was this huge phenomenon. People thought that the world was gonna end, and like all these types of things. And she said it herself. She said that because Y2K was such a chaotic year, and she felt that this project kind of showcased a bit of that chaos. And I think that's some ironic poetry in a lot of ways. It's a bit of a ironic twist to it, but yeah, yeah, I'm very excited to share,
Very excited.
to hear our thoughts on this project. It was definitely a short listen, with a runtime of what, almost 25 minutes.
Yeah, just 10 tracks,
Just 10 tracks. So
as concise as it could be.
yeah, so that was a very much a benefit in the sense of just like it was quick, but yeah, I think we can just get into it. I think we should explain our criteria in terms of how we rate our albums basically.
Yeah. So basically the criteria starts with the artist performance, the themes, lyrical value, and the things that the artist, bro, I'm doing that thing again where I zone out again.
Chill out, fam. Chill out. Chill out, fam. It's like you're making it a thing. It's like you want to just be like, huh. Like there's one thing, you're not gonna zone out for this, okay? It's just gonna be like we're gonna just like we're gonna fly through it, all right? So
all right, yeah. Artist performance, how the artist performed, basically, to sum it up. The next one is features. The guest artists that were featured on this album, how they collaborated, and how it made sense with the whole album.
Yeah.
And the next, content, the themes that were touched on in the album. Yo, saying that okay, we'll tap it. We'll get there.
Yeah.
The themes that the album touched on.
Yeah.
Lyrical value, lyrical content. What you're gonna say about this album after listening to it, basically.
Yeah.
And the next one is obviously production, the beats, the instrumentals, vocal clarity, instrumental clarity, basically the sound engineering of the album or the body of work.
Pretty much.
And last but not least, we'll always keep making emphasis on this one. Replay value. How well is this album gonna age? And if you're gonna play it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. That basically sums it up, and we're gonna start at the top with artist performance. Let's get into it, bro.
All right, let's get into it. Artist performance. Jeez. One thing that I can say, again, this is an Ice Spice album, so you are not expecting her to blow you away with just like absolutely majestic bar on bar on bar. That's just not gonna happen.
Why not though?
I think we've just seen in the 2-3 years, I'd say that she's gain prominence. She's just not. That's just not her bag. And I think we've had a lot of artists who are not really the.
Why can't it be a bag?
It's just not her bag. Fair, but like literally in the same sense of like a Future, for example. Future is not. He's not lyrically strong, but he still has paved a career for himself because he's made good music and he has showed that even though he's not the strongest lyrically, he can still, what can I say, make an impact in his own way with his own sound.
Facts, with the flow
exactly.
and everything else, yeah.
And I'd say Ice Spice definitely did not do that. I'd say in terms of as a performance, this was very disappointing. I was very let down. I mean, again, it's an Ice Spice album, but
let down.
Massively a letdown to say the least. Yeah.
You're really like, after listening to this album, like, damn man, I'm disappointed. Like, what I would say is that it was evident, bruh. Through the singles that she previously dropped, there were bangers and TikTok songs on there, but for this format of music, bro, an album, was there ever any doubt that she was gonna deliver or she would not be able to deliver? And I feel like the artist's performance was lackluster and, for a lack of better words, like boring, bro. It was quite tedious.
I'd say, in terms of was it surprising? No. I'd say to answer your question, was it surprising? No, it wasn't. But I think what I can say is that it's like the lack of effort to an extent. You could say the lack of effort, the lack of really trying to do anything of note or of substance. And again, this is your first debut album. This is, literally this is when she
announcing yourself.
When she announced the rollout, she said that this is my first debut album, not an EP or anything like this. Is her first studio album. And shame. I'd say like I'd say, of course, like, we've I think one of the songs that, we can notably say was the think you the shit fart.
Yeah, you're not even the
fart, I'd say that was not the best indicator to in terms of just like to say, I wonder what this album's gonna, if this is one of the singles that she's gonna like, like just to drip feed us, just saying, I wonder what she's gonna actually give us. So I'd say in terms of as a performance, it really was just very lackluster, very underwhelming, very undercooked. And I think one thing that we touched on before recording was how it was very evident that she really didn't allow herself to develop as an artist.
Facts. Because she was just steamrolled into the industry, bro. Now she's getting features from big artists like Taylor Swift, Central C, a huge artist.
I'd say he's right now at this moment, of course, Nicki Minaj, one of the biggest names in the rap game. Ghana as well. So you could tell that, there was a lot of stock being put into her.
Yeah.
Just from the fact that she was getting so many features and just getting, as again, you can tell that she's very much the it girl of this time and age. She's everywhere. She's on everything. And again, when you just look at the performance as a rapper and as just like an album, it just really was very disappointing. Just like, oh goodness, man.
Not really, bro.
I don't know. Yeah, I just
the delivery was monotonous. Like she didn't like tap into any other pocket, bro. It was quite one-dimensional.
Yeah, I'd say, again, in terms of the performance, in terms of her delivery, a lot of songs you could just tell she was very much just like, I'm just gonna pretend like I don't care. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Yeah, I'm a baddie.
Oh my god, I'm a baddie.
Like they're gonna listen anyways.
I was gonna do. I don't care. Oh my god. And I can understand when you like want to do a certain type of style, just like say this is how I want to. But I think it just doesn't work. It really just doesn't work, bro. Because it just feels like she's not even bothering. That's how it comes across. I'd say I don't know. We were not there in the studio sessions. Maybe she genuinely does, but it just doesn't translate like that. It translates as if she's just like, I'm just gonna okay, gra, like yeah, okay, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I'm a millionaire. What's up? And Yeah, like it just
Bro,
doesn't work. It really doesn't work.
The way we're
It really
just
doesn't work.
going all around the same wheel is the same way it felt throughout this album with
Yeah.
the performance, bruh. I think let's just get to the rating, bruh.
Ah, goodness. I'd say I'll give it a 2 for me. 2 out of 10.
Artist performance.
I think as artist performance, I'd just say again, she rhymed at certain places,
Yeah.
She's like, that's something, I'd say very, very
That's 1
corny.
point.
It's very corny, cheesy lines where she's like, okay, that rhymes, this rhymes, and yeah, but again, in balance, some songs she's like, very monotone. Other songs she's screaming into the thing, and even then, like rhymes, like bro, like you just get this feeling that man, this person really just, I don't know, like she just like, I think what you said, something that you said was like, it's kind of interesting how in such a short project she really just didn't know what she wanted to do.
Bruh. And I'm with you, bro. I give it a 2 out of 10. Remember, we said from 4 to 0, it's like you can choose any synonym of bad to use to describe our rating.
Woeful.
You're going for woeful?
I think, yeah, woeful is just,
I'm taking it up a notch. That was atrocious, bro.
Ooh, okay.
That was atrocious.
Okay.
That was atrocious. Anyways, moving on to the guest artists, the features, bro. Interesting selection of features. Interesting selection. No surprises, but very interesting selection of features.
Not that many as well. So,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think you can commend an artist for just like saying that, I'm not going to rely on too many artists. But again, the artist performance, the feature performance rather, yeah, no.
I just want to start with the highlight.
Okay.
Ganawana. My brother. If by some chance you're gonna hear this or watch this, bro, like you did your thing, bro. You tried, bro.
No, you
really tried, bro.
You really tried.
And we commend your
what
effort,
you were given.
Bro.
Yeah.
We commend your effort, bro.
True.
Shout out to you, man. shout out to you. You tried. You gave us your slick flows. Classic Ganawana, bro. Like he's riding the beat, and all that.
Yeah.
To the rest of the other guys, bro.
Okay, you know what? Let me just say this, Neb. When you see the track list coming out and you're just saying, oh damn, Travis Scott. You're just thinking that could be a song that could like actually make some waves. And you listen to it and you're just like, really?
Did you even put any effort on this?
That's what I'm saying. You know what? For me, right? I'm thinking to myself when I'm listening to, I think it was Osh, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Osh.
Yeah, so I was thinking that, okay, Travis Scott was basically saying that, okay, this is Ice Spice, so I'm not really going to need to blow anyone away with any super lyrical performance. And again, Travis Scott isn't really known for being the most lyrical musician, but he has his moments. But it's as if he was kind of like having to dumb himself down, in a sense, in terms of his lyrical performance. And just, again, when you see Travis Scott, you're thinking, okay, we're going to at least get something. And we really didn't get that here. We really didn't get that. It was very disappointing, very, very lackluster, very,
Very, very disappointing, bro. And the next one, Central C, bro. I think in terms of social media engagement and reach and all that, we can commend Ice Spice for that, bro.
Okay.
You see, Anna, she had everyone. We're talking about her album right now.
Yeah.
And all
true,
that.
True.
And I feel like the ploy with Central C being on the album and the TikTok videos that they did, and the Instagram stories that they did before the album came out,
going out shopping and all these things, like you could tell that, okay, something's brewing here. We don't know what is, but clearly it was just more so publicity.
Clearly a fire collab wasn't brewing there, bro.
No.
Nah.
I think again, it's just the thing of like, okay, it's an Ice Spice album. I'm not really gonna give much of an effort. I'm just gonna go ahead and just do what I need to do, and give her a nice cute 16. Not really give that much effort, and I'd say the song itself, I didn't mind it from a beat perspective, but I'd say anyways. But we're gonna get on that. But I just say in terms of the song itself, it just was very like in terms of as a performance, just nothing. I didn't take anything away from Central C. There's nothing memorable from what he did. So nothing,
bro. We already touched on all the features, an interesting thing. I was expecting to see a female feature on this.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
I was
actually a good
expecting to
point.
see a
Yeah,
female
yeah.
feature
True,
on
true,
this.
true, true, true. I think.
And no one appeared. I was expecting a young sexy red on there, you know.
That's actually a good point. Now,
Yeah.
now that you say, I didn't even think about that. Actually, no, like there wasn't actually. Yeah, that's weird. Hey,
There was no female
There's
feature
actually
on
there
this.
wasn't actually a female feature.
Yeah.
That was. Yeah, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, not that many features. I'd say Ghana very much. He was definitely the strongest highlight, and
Yeah.
really did what he needed to do to the best
Facts.
of his ability, and somewhat salvaged what was a very okay, if being generous, an okay song. So, but yeah.
How do you rate the features, bro?
I'll give it a 2, honestly, and I think that 2 is just going to Ghana as well. He's just sort of like, if it weren't that case, I would have given it a 0, because I just feel like, again, when we look at artist performance, like, sorry, I keep on saying artist performance. When we look at the feature performance, we have to look at what do these features do? Do they elevate
Facts.
this album from
Facts.
one level to another level? Do they increase the listening power of the album as a whole? Like, do they actually contribute something, or is it? So I'd say with this album, I'd say she really missed in terms of like her features. It was a massive miss, and yeah, I'm just gonna give it a 2. And that's just mainly on Ghana.
And there was no presence from the features, bro.
None whatsoever. None whatsoever.
No presence.
None. No.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with you, bro. Like 2 out of 10 for the features, bro. Horrible, bro.
Yeah.
Yo. Hey, bro. Now onto if you thought that was gonna be a tough segment, bro, the content, bro. We're gonna dive into the content now. Are we gonna really be diving into it?
Not really.
Is there really much to dive into?
We're gonna slowly dip our foot into it. Yeah, or not really, because there's not much content to dive into. Yeah, I'll let you start this one. I'm sure you have a lot to say about this one. Yeah.
I like that you said dip, because shallow, bro.
Ooh,
it's way too shallow.
Ooh, bars.
It's shallow, bro.
Bars.
Way too shallow, bro.
Yeah.
The themes just come off as like childish, bro.
You know what I'd say? I can say, if we were to like sum up what content is, it's basically, you don't walk away with much.
No.
You don't walk away with much, because when we were
she didn't really give you a choice, bro.
She didn't really give you much of a choice. When we formulated these criteria, we're saying, what is the content in terms of what does the artist want you to walk away from this album, like feeling, thinking, or just like what's the takeaway that you want the person to have? And there's not much. Like, okay, she's thick. Okay, she's she's got money. Okay,
she has better knees.
She's better than she's got better. She's got better knees. Yeah, she's okay. She's got a weird fetish with poop for some reason, I guess. I don't know. There were a lot of poop lines. There were a lot of poop. There's a lot of like references to poop, and I'm just thinking, okay, this is
you the shit. You're not even the fart.
Like, and even just like other lines, just like he's like, I'm his poopy, so he needs a diaper, and I'm thinking, okay, that's a line, that's a choice, that's a choice. But again, I don't walk away much. I think what I'll say in there, a lot of the songs in the album, it's more of the same thing. Very just like, oh, okay, she's saying the same thing here. Oh, she's saying the same thing there. And in the sense that if she wants to say that, oh yeah, I'm that girl, I'm just like, but like even the way that she's trying to actually like represent that or to say that, it falls flat on its face, because you don't walk away. I literally had to re-listen to the album, not because I wanted to, because I had to remember certain things so that we could actually have something to talk about in this review.
There were plenty of nursery rhymes, bro.
Nursery rhymes. I like the fact,
nursery rhymes.
I think I think the line that really got us, that really got us, was I think it was on Papa, where she says,
was it Papa?
I think it was Papa.
Let me hop on Genius here.
Okay, because there's a line in one of the songs where she basically says he beat the pussy up. He like Peter, and we had to like say, oh, okay, We didn't know what
Wait,
Peter.
let me start. This is the start of the verse.
Okay.
And I feed him good because he a eater. And he beat the cat called Peter. And then we had to look up.
We had to look up. It's like, oh, Peter. Who's Peter? Who's Peter?
PETA is a non-governmental organization that advocates for the end of animal abuse and the consideration of animal interests in everyday life, bro.
Okay. And
so she's saying call her Peter, bro.
Call her Peter.
Call her Peter. Because he's
I'm an eater.
Because he's eating.
And yeah, and it was like, okay, that's like, you see, it's lines like that. Bruh. It's lines like that where you walk away and you're just like, I don't know what to think. I don't have any concise or any thought-provoking thing to say about this album because she didn't really give me anything for me to talk about. She didn't really have anything to say. She didn't really have, like, obviously I'm not saying she needs to have this wider scheming message or anything. Literally, even if it's a case where I'm just going to have a message for the girls, for the baddies. But again, like, just the way that she did it was just very, it was basic, man. Honestly, it was very basic. And I feel like I don't want us to come across as saying we're bashing or trying to.
No, we're not bashing, bro. But this is music criticism, bro.
Again, and I'd say another thing is just the fact that even with that, there wasn't much to take away from this project. And yeah, man, I'd say content, bold-faced, like just. I'd say a 1. I'll give it a 1 because at least, she tried something. But again, that trying was very much just like, but I'll just give it a 1.
Bad bitches, I'm your leader.
I'm your leader.
Mad bitches wanna be her. Bitches can't see me, nothing like see ya. Bruh.
Okay.
Bruh.
All right. Shame.
Bruh. I'd give it a 0, bro, because there's nothing really to take out of this, bro. There's nothing.
That's fair. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. That's fair. I'd say for me, again, going into the studio and actually just like, that's something. I'd say I'll never, I'll never really like just say that a bull-faced, like, I can understand where you're coming from, but I'd say for me, my 1 just comes from a point of view of just saying that, you know what, she went in there. She sort of had, she wrote and
Nah, bro. Even the track names, bro. Fat Butt. Oh,
yeah.
Papa. Bitch, I'm packing. Plenty Sun. Did it first. Like, come on.
And even then, right? Just before we move on, even if it's a case where she was making music for, for the honeys, for the baddies in the club.
Is this what the honeys want to listen to? Is this what y'all want to listen to?
Is this what y'all want to listen to?
Is this what y'all want to listen to?
Is this your king?
Really?
Is this your king?
Is this your queen? Is this your queen? Is this your queen? Come on, bro.
Oh, man. So, I'd say, I'd say in terms of content, there was not much content to go off of. But I think I'll give it a 1. You give it a 0, and that's simple, straightforward. Let's move on.
Yeah, and production.
You know what? I think this is probably going to be the highlight. This is going to be the most enthusiastic part of this in this album review, because I'd say in terms of from a productive standpoint, if we're just looking, move away from like her as an artist, just like we listen to like the production, I'd say this is the better part. I wouldn't say the best. I'd say this is the better part because we're literally, as we were like literally listening, like sitting listening, there were a couple of times where you have your head moving, in the sense that, because like there are a lot of songs where you can just, I'd say the song with Central C,
did it first.
I'd say I didn't mind that song because the beat was actually like not that bad, and even I'd say
the Ghana beat,
it allowed him to flow very well, and just
bitch unpacking. That's
true. But again, even then, I'd say there were a few songs that were kind of like, you could tell that she was taking a lot of the beats from her Dirty Diana.
Yeah.
Was Dirty Diana? Princess Diana, thank you.
Bikini
Princess
Bottom.
Diana, Bikini Bottom. So you could tell that, okay, she's still kind of she's still in the same realm in terms of, okay, she's very much recycling the same type of style, and okay, fair enough. But I'd say from production standpoint. I don't know.
I mean, if you want to play this in before like a girlies night out, just to get your energy levels up, and when you're at the club, like popping ass, whatever it is, bruh. Like
you popping ass?
yeah, nah, not me.
Okay.
That's why. Hence, I said the girlies. Bruh.
Okay, all right.
It's
No,
the girlies.
just making sure.
Nah.
There's no problem. Girls and boys popping ass. There's no problem whatsoever.
Nah. We're removing the didiness in the
Oh
world.
gosh.
We're removing the
Oh
didiness
gosh.
in the
Okay.
world, bruh.
Okay.
The dirtiness in the world. See what I did there?
Hey. Okay. No, but yeah. You were still saying, yeah.
I'm just saying, like, even though the production is probably the strong point of the album,
yeah,
it's still bland.
It's still
repetitive.
basic. There's nothing that's gonna blow you away. You
Yeah.
can tell that it's just like very like there were a couple of songs that had very hard bass lines, just like okay, boom, boom, and it's like all right, doom, 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 doom.
Riot,
yeah,
please.
just like it's like please,
please, bro, please.
But beyond
bro.
that, yeah, I'd say this was the highlight of the album from that point of view. But even then, not much of a highlight to that extent for me. So
Rating?
yeah, I'd say in terms of production, I'll give it a 4. I'd say it really is the one saving grace, if we were to call it that. It's the one saving grace of the project. And yeah, big credit to Ryan, Riot, Renita. I don't know who the producer's name is. Yeah, big credit to him and everyone else that worked on this project. But I'd say I'll give it a 4.
I'm just gonna go a tad below, bro.
Okay,
it's a 3 for me, bro.
All right, no, that's fair. I think that's fair. And I'd say we didn't think we would be so optimistic about this project, but I'd say in that regard, it did what it needed to do. So yeah, as an Ice Spice project, it did what it needed to do.
And last but not least, bro, replay value, bro.
You know what I'd say, nah? I'd say with replay value, I will not be this is not something I'm gonna be spinning again anytime soon.
No.
If ever. To be fair, I think us listening to it was for the purpose of this review, and even then, towards the back end, we were really just like pushing ourselves through just to say, okay, there's 2 songs left. Oh, there's just the one more song. Then
the
we're almost there.
fact that you couldn't make a 10-track album with 25-minute runtime concise, it should say a lot.
That says a lot. That says a lot. That says a lot. That really says a lot. So, I'd say in terms of replay value, it's non-existent. It's non-existent. I genuinely don't see much of anyone looking back at this project and just saying, "Oh yeah, Ice Spice's." If anything, she's hoping that, from the reception that this album is getting, she's hoping that this album never gets any replay value, because people it really is just no. It's really just no. I don't even know what to say. Like, honestly, it's just there's not much to it. And
but what's weird is that I think the girlies are eating this up, right? In their words.
Eating it up in what sense?
Like, they're for it.
You think so?
I don't know.
I think from what I'm seeing on social media, it's been resoundingly negative. It's been resoundingly just oh gosh, goodness. Well, really, even for you, this is a real low. And I'd say I'd say I'm not in terms of as replay value, it does not have much of it. It's something that you're just gonna again, as you said, maybe it's a song that the girlies will play, going out to the strip club or going out having a party, or just feeling yourself, saying, I'm a baddie, I'm making my money, I'm doing what I gotta do. And fair play, there is a demographic for that kind of music at this point in time. But now we have better people that are doing that. And now when you listen to people like your Glorillaz, when you listen to your Mega Stallions, when you listen to a lesser extent, even your Latos.
Lato maybe recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I feel like Glorilla is carrying it.
Exactly.
In the female game right
in
now.
The sense of in the vein of what she's trying to do in terms of music, to say, hey, I'm bad, I'm beautiful, I'm doing what I gotta do, making money. and popping my thong, and you know what I'm saying, not my thong.
But she's doing it in a much more intriguing way, bro.
Exactly. Glorilla, yeah. But I'd say in terms of in terms of the person who is the biggest at this point in time, because I'd say from a commercial standpoint, I feel like Ice Spice is much more of a bigger name.
Facts.
But in terms of as someone who is the biggest name in in one of the biggest names in hip hop right now, yeah, for your debut album to be as forgettable as this, yeah, it's rough. Yeah.
Went into this album like trying to listen to female perspective,
Yeah.
Get some female raps in it, but it ended up feeling like a chore, bro.
Yeah. Sure. I think that's a nice,
like
that's a nice
it
way.
ended
Yeah.
up feeling like we're just doing this for the review. Let's just get it over and done with.
Yeah.
And let's just get this rating over and done with, bro. I'm gonna give it another 0, bro, for replay value, bro.
I think I'll second that. I'll say again, there's not much you're gonna go back to listen to. There's not much that you're gonna say. Oh yeah, she said that line about the thing
Peter.
with the thing. Pete, cause I'm a eater, cause I'm a cause I'm Peter. You know what I mean? Like no, I'm not gonna be going back to it anytime soon. It's not gonna be on anyone's rotation in that sense, unless it's just a case where I'm listening to it, doing something. But otherwise, like yeah, no. Not really. As a project, no. Maybe the few songs here or there, but as a project, no. I don't think it has much replay value.
Nah. Let's move on to the overall rating, bro. What are your thoughts on this to conclude this review, bro?
You know what? I'd say to conclude, I will say this. For someone who again is one of the biggest names in music right now, and I mean it's crazy to say, but she really is, in the sense that she is everywhere, and she is that girly. For your debut album, again, this is a big moment for an artist. To like your first album, that's really like your statement to say, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I want to give to the world. For it to just be just so bad, really, just I don't know. It's very telling in terms of how her career is going to what can I say? How her career is gonna pan out from this point moving forward. Because I'd say this is a big stain. This is a huge stain for her, and it's really like resoundingly, unanimously, it's been very bad. So I'd say, yeah.
What's more concerning for me is that I don't think she's gonna look at this as a big stain, bro. From the way that she's moving, and from the energy that she presented in this whole album,
Yeah.
Bro, I think she's fine with being this type of artist.
The problem is for me, I hear you, and that makes a lot of sense, in the sense that I know that I'll still have people pulling up to my gigs, and I'll still have. But the thing is now, what happens when less people start caring? When less people just like to say, "But she's just gonna give us the same thing all the time." Yes, she pops her ass, and she's thick and all of that, but beyond that not much of a novelty, to be fair. I'd say beyond that, bro, like you just know that, oh, an Ice Spice album, this is what you're gonna get from it. There's not much in terms of as a rapper. We forget that she classifies herself, she is a rapper, and in terms of as a rapper, she's not good at rapping. You know what I mean? That's the basic. That's the fact of the matter that we're currently seeing, and I think it's probably, if we're gonna look at it from a wider scheme, this is kind of what's happening with a lot of these rap girlies now.
Facts.
There's like a lot of them are not really.
It's a cash grab for them.
It's very much, yeah. I like the it's more of a cash grab, in the sense that we're not really gonna give much of an effort, and it's kind of crazy when you look back at like how much like females in rap have come, like as far back as your Missy Elliott's, your Lauryn Hills, Queen Latifah's, and obviously we're not like trying to like, those are different rappers in their own vein, but I'm just saying in the sense that like from coming from there and now coming all the way to 2024, and you have one of the biggest names giving us a project like this.
I think the influence of Nicki Minaj probably played a big part in where female rap is right now. But the thing is, she had duality.
Okay.
She had like the bad bitch persona, but she could actually spit.
She could spit, bro. She could definitely spit.
Really listen to Monster. Check the artists who are on that song. Monster off of Kanye's
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Yeah. Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Kanye, and Nicki Minaj, and like you just look at that and you think to yourself, would Ice Spice jump on a monster and steal the show? No. And again, we're adding the caveat. We know that lyrically that's not her strong suit.
No.
But for you to just like, it's as if you're not really trying or you're giving much of an effort. That in itself just, yeah. And yeah, I don't know.
Overall, bro, this is disappointing.
Very much
lackluster.
So. Yeah, very lackluster.
Bruh. Bruh.
At a loss of words.
Bruh.
At a loss of words. And that's very funny because Gabza always has something to say. He always has something to say.
I'm deciding now between a 3 or a 2, bro. That's a 3 or a 2, bro.
I think a 2 for me. I think a 2 for me is the most, that's just the best rating that I could probably give it. That's the highest that I can give it in terms of as a body of work, as a project. I'd say,
1 for her being able to pitch up to the studio and the producer
producing beats, just like, hey, I'll just give it to you for that. But everything else was non-existent or just very mediocre, lackluster. And again, as the biggest name in female rap right now, that is very worrying. That is a very worrying thing. The fact that we're giving so much credence and credibility to someone, and I don't know. So I don't know. I don't know where she goes from here. I don't know in terms of like, does she like do damage control and drop another project later in the year? Because again,
just
like
take a break, bro, and go develop or something, bro.
Is there much development there though? That's the thing. Like, is there much development? Because it seems like
I don't think she's willing. She can rhyme. That's a start. She can rhyme. That's a start. But the thing is, add more depth
to the most basic level. She can rhyme to the most basic level. But again, I'm just looking at it from the perspective of saying that, you know what, to be fairly honest, is there much more that she can actually give us? That's another thing that we can say. Like, is there really a different dimension that she can actually give us?
The thing is, it transcends just her, bro.
Okay.
Is there much more American female rappers can give us?
Yes, I think so.
The problem is not only her, bro.
Okay.
I was seeing Kamala Harris's presidential tuntun.
Okay.
She invited Megan Thee Stallion on it.
Yeah.
And she popped ass, bro. Come on. Bro.
I think
not even Lauryn Hill to perform Abo Superstar, Do Up, all those meaningful songs that have substance. Megan Thee Stallion. Come on.
No,
I'm saying that the problem is not just Ice Spice, bro. It's deeper than that.
I disagree in that regard, in the sense that I feel like Meg Thee Stallion, yes. Okay, I think yes, in terms of like, that is what they do, they, especially now, of course, doing that, really, that's what works for them. That's what they've came into the industry doing, and I feel that's what works for them. But I think to Megan Thee Stallion is someone, she's actually given us like quality. She's like her projects actually, come again?
Bongos.
Okay,
WAP.
like yeah. I mean, no, WAP was actually that was not that bad. Like in the sense, a WAP on this would probably be a magnum opus in that regard, if you're gonna look at it from that perspective. But I'd say
that's the thing, bro. You actually seconding my point. The problem is the fact that WAP, a song that we don't really consider like a great song, could actually be an amazing song in this project. It's regarded as one of the female rap classics in our time. That's the problem, bro. That's the problem that I'm talking about.
I get you. I hear you. And
where's the moment for life, bro? Where's the pills and potions, bro? Where are those songs, bro?
I feel like that in itself is a whole different conversation, probably that we probably need to have on another episode. But I think just to sum it up, this was very much a quick, forgettable project that flew by, and I think genuinely this project will just fly by.
Cut me off. I'm done.
I'm good. Just like, I'm good. I'm
done. Nah,
done.
bro.
Yeah. So I'd say in that regard, I think we've said all that we needed to say.
We did.
Like I think we said more.
A whole lot more
than we thought we were actually gonna say. But yeah, I'd say as far as we go,
stay tuned in. I guess.
Stay tuned in. I guess. Thanks.